Hey planner friends, how's it going? Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Ryan and this is The Man with the Plans, and we are back in my Erin Condren colorful hourly here, and we are doing a plan with me for the week of Monday, December 17th through Sunday, December 23rd. So we are running right through the month of December here. I'm really loving this planner. It's sad to see the one that I had for 2018 that I used sort of start to expire in the next couple of weeks, but I'm really looking forward to the rest of it. Today, actually, we're going to do sort of a simpler spread. I found this really adorable washi tape that I already pre-cut. I got this at the dollar spot at Target, these little, well, they're actually just evergreen trees. I pre-cut it because it's in this weird strip with this plastic backing, so I figured just to make my life a little bit easier. But so I figured we would do all things green. So we're gonna actually also use this kit from Krissyanne Designs from Michaels, which I'm gonna just take out of the pack because it's usually easier to manage. See, we've used one of these before. I love how all-inclusive this is. Then we're gonna play off of the lime green in here with some of the stickers from EC as well. So it should be a really fun spread, even though there's no real kit going here. Big week for me. I'll be traveling at the end of the week back home and then be able to, you know, really get into the festivities with my family. So that's exciting. Got a couple other things to take care of before that. But first, let's try and get this washi tape down so I can just kind of move on from there. I pre-cut it just to see how it would work itself out. And it's interesting because it is only the trees themselves. So I'm gonna try really hard to stick these down. I'm also a little worried about glitter getting everywhere, but you know what? If that ends up happening, just another, I'm not so mad about it, but it's not too bad. But this is only $1 in the dollar spot. Problem with Target sometimes is people know that all the good stuff is there and they pick through it, but I was able to score these the other day, and so I'm really happy about that. So we'll just get started with some simple, fun pine trees here. So beautiful, so festive. I did not, unfortunately, get myself a tree this year. I wish I had, but it just didn't make sense since I'm gonna be gone most of, you know, the real holiday time, since I will be headed to New York for the festivities, and coming back to an old sort of dried out Christmas tree doesn't seem very festive. Okay, I love the way that looks. That little sparkle there is really, really awesome. I hope it comes off on camera. Yeah, look at how cute those are. So, now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and dive into some of what's happening this week. We've got a bunch of meetings, a bunch of big things happening, some festive occasions, so all good stuff. Let's start with, I have a large meeting that I have on Monday from 11 to 1. Alright, so from 11 to 1. And remember, with these, you want to make sure that you're using the Pilot Ultra Fine Point Permanent. I'll leave the link down in the description box for go ahead and purchase those. The other thing I wanted to say, just because I made an order to Erin Condren just this afternoon, is that if it's your first time ordering from Erin Condren, I have a link down in the description box that will send you actually an email coupon code specific just to you, and you'll actually get $10 off your first purchase when you go ahead and sign up. And then actually the cool part is that I'll also get a $10 credit at no cost to you, so that I can continue to show you guys all the fun stuff that she has and do some giveaways in the future. I really appreciate it if you use it. Let me know. Alright, so we got that done, and then I have a check-in meeting with a colleague of mine in a different side. I'm gonna actually try and use this little gold thing here. It just looks like a fun. I always forget that I have these sheets from Erin Condren. I think these are the functional sticker sheets. I believe that's from 1 to 2. I unfortunately can't for the life of me remember right now what that meeting is about, but so we'll lay that down. And then actually this day I'm gonna be hosting some friends over to my apartment just for like a quick little holiday happy hour. Nothing too crazy, just one last time to see everybody. I figured I'd do it on a weekday after work so that we don't really have to worry about, like, you know, other Christmas parties or anything like that. So just have everybody over for some drinks and some snacks, and I figured I might as well be able to just put it together. So I'm saying like 5 to 6-ish, and I'll probably just put it at 5:30. I know I have somewhere, I have those fun little. Okay, so yeah, holiday happy hour. Let's go ahead and add one of these little stickers from Krissyanne Designs at Michael's, which I went to my Michael's the other day and looked for some more, and they were pretty sold through, so yeah. And then I'll add a little wine glass guy here, just to designate, hey, a beverage will be served. Yeah, I think that's so cute. So that wraps up my sort of first day of work. A lot of meetings, but they're all pretty good, and at this time of year I feel like everyone's just trying to get as much done as they can before the year ends, which is always great. So I have a meeting on Tuesday. We have a new member of a committee, and so we are going to spend some time bringing them up to speed. So that will take a few minutes. I think it might also be a lunch meeting, so you never know. Let's give that a second to figure itself out. Please ignore the lovely sirens there. Perks of living near a hospital. Alright, so they're done. Then, after that, I have another meeting. Yippee! Which I will do. Let's do something different, shall we? We'll use this little guy right here. So we have a meeting all about document capture, which doesn't sound particularly exciting, but I think it'll be a good one. I didn't schedule this, so I'm kind of looking forward to not having to be the main convener of this. My boss did, so cool. Thanks, Ginger. All right, so let's get that down. Document capture. So that can go away. Then I have a meet later that night, but before that I'm having brunch for my whole team on Wednesday morning. We're doing our secret snowflake reveal. But before that I'm going to go and get some stuff with my boss to help sort of just get the whole thing done ahead of time. So we're gonna go to, and just, I'll write brunch prep. I believe we'll be doing this at like 2. So we can run out of there real quick and get that done, because then after that I have to drive down to a meet that's about an hour and a half away, and the problem is that I have to be there at a certain time, and I'm just concerned about traffic because that's what I do. So I'm gonna say, use this little car guy and just say, drive to meet. That's one of the things, like, I love a weeknight meet because it's just a nice thing to be doing after work. However, that's the other thing that I stress out about weeknight meets, is making sure I get there on time and that I am not behind the 8 ball. Because there is some pre-work you have to do, and it is important to be punctual, right? Because punctual. I said punctional, that's not a word. So for me, I just like to get there because I am a little bit of a worrier. So that goes there. And then we'll use this to write the meet. I've been doing a lot of officiating the past couple of weeks, and it's so good to be back in the middle of the season. I'm real grateful. It's crazy to think, I saw someone the other day and they said we're a third of the way done already, so holy moly, time is flying. So let's place this down over here. Yeah, and I'm liking the like forest green with the lime green. It's just working for me right now. We're kind of doing a simplified pared down thing today. So then I have my team brunch from, actually no, let's do it this way. And so I have a relatively small team that I work with. It's only, I think, 5 of us, including my boss. So I volunteered to host our holiday brunch because I'm pretty close to my job and everyone else can just kind of go back to their meetings later on. And it's also off-site and nice to just like hang out outside of like a work setting or something. So, oh, he was stuck on there pretty ridiculously. So from 9 to 11, I will have them at my apartment for some breakfast, some coffee. We'll also do our secret snowflake reveal, so that's exciting. And then obviously prior to that, I need to just sort of, most of the stuff that I'm gonna do is like make ahead, and any last minute tidying up I will probably do in advance of Monday, because I'm also having people over. That's kind of also the exodus for it. So I will put that up here at the 7 o'clock hour. Oh, I forgot my morning routine. Huh, okay. You know what else I'll do? I have this washi. We used it in my December budget, I believe. I'll leave that link over there. But let's lay this down so I can go ahead and just remind myself to do my AM routine, because honestly, busy weeks like this, I think, require that you do some meditating and all that good stuff. So self-care, it's super critical this time of year. I feel like there's so much being asked of everybody to get stuff done, be places, see loved ones, buy gifts, all those things, but at the end of the day, we need to take care of ourselves. So, and then I'm gonna leave a gap for Saturday because my flight leaves at a ridiculously early hour again. I don't know why I do this to myself, but this time the actual reason was that the flight was probably 25% more expensive later on in the day. So I said, no way, I'm gonna be Mr. Frugal Man and save my money. So that's what I did. So I might be really cranky Saturday morning at the airport, but my wallet sure won't be. So there you go. All right, come on. These are all stuck together a little bit. They're not really cut super crisply, which is a bummer. We got it, we got it. Yeah, so there's my AM routine down. While we're going at this, I will just add the delightful hello weekend, because heck yeah, everyone loves a good weekend. Oh, and winter actually begins, that's fun. Let's do, no. Let's go here. Oh, lovely. Okay, so after Wednesday, I will work from home the rest of the afternoon, which is kind of perfect because I'll probably be so tired from having everybody over. A good tired though, you know, like one of those like happy things. And so I'll throw down a treat yourself sticker because we are all about the good snacks. Also, you know that I'm mixing silver foil and gold foil. I just can't be bothered. I love them both. And I will also add a coffee cup because we will obviously be having brunch, so coffee is a must. Wonderful. All right, that's perfect. So I'm also gonna throw down, where did it go? I just saw it, here we go. I'm gonna throw down a checklist. I don't really do this ordinarily, but I have a ton of things I'm gonna need to do to make sure that the rest of my week goes smoothly and I get everything ironed out before I leave. So I'm gonna leave the space in there and kind of just write in the things as I go. Just kind of check them off with, you know, a little home sticker of things to do because I've just gotta, you know, empty the fridge and like all those things that just like, you know, you gotta be a good sport. So that's Wednesday. I'm kind of loving how this is turning out. It was just funny because I'm kind of just making it up as I go. So Thursday is a particularly busy day for me. It's one of those ones where I'm like, all right, here we go, diving in. The first thing we have to do is we have a meeting off-site in St. Paul. For those of you that don't know, I live in the lovely Minneapolis, Minnesota, and our sister city, or twin city, get it, Twin Cities, is St. Paul, which is a quick light rail ride away. And I thankfully live like a block from the light rail station, so that makes my life pretty stinking easy. But we do have a meeting, which is nice because it's always fun to get out and see other parts of, not even really the state, but just outside of your own normal office. So I actually think I'm gonna take one of these little, we'll do a little car. Because even though I know I'm gonna be taking the light rail, it's just nice to know that I'm traveling. So we have that meeting, which will be really great. I'm actually really looking forward to it. But later that afternoon, my office is having their holiday party, like my area, which I am helping to facilitate the planning efforts for it. So we are just having, I'm gonna use this kit from Planner Kate. This is from forever ago, but I'm just gonna take one of these. I'm helping out with the prep for the party. So I believe that's from 12 to 1. And the party this year is actually kind of a fun one. It's your favorite winter activity. So You can wear all sorts of, I know someone is gonna probably wear like their ski goggles on for a little bit of it. I think I might wear some hockey related paraphernalia or something, I don't know. Someone said they were gonna wear sweatpants because they like to watch Netflix all winter, and I was like, hey, those are all great. So, whatever works. I'm gonna use this sticker right here and just write, now the bummer is that I have to leave a little bit early because I am carpooling to a meet on Thursday night. So I will need to leave at 2 o'clock. So I will just write down the actual time. And then I will be heading to a meet out in the western part of the state, which is great, I'm all for it. It's just one of those things that you want to make sure you give yourself ample time, especially this time of year with the weather. I'm gonna pull one of these stickers from here just since the green is sort of similar but a little different. I figured might as well just use it. There's also all sorts of fun boxes in here and stuff. Actually, let's use one of these arrows. I'm gonna go the other way though. I feel like, again, sorry about the ambulance. But yeah, so we're gonna do a carpool, which is always fun. You get to chat with some other judge friends and see how things are going with them. We're gonna be meeting at, I think, 3, so. And then, obviously, there'll be some travel and some driving across the state, and then I'm gonna pull back this green one and just write dance meet. This will be my last one for 2018. Bittersweet. It's crazy to think of how many meets I was able to make to this year and jump in and sign up for, so I'm so grateful for that. And here's looking to 2019 for the rest of this season, and then obviously the first half of next season. Ooh, that came out crooked. Let's see if I can get that back. There we go. And obviously I'll probably get back late that night, but thankfully I only have one meeting on Friday. Which, where did my sheet go? There we go. So that meeting is only from noon to 1, so we can kind of just stick that feller down. And then can't forget the Friday sticker, which I love the way that's looking. So that's about it for the week professionally. I'm gonna put down a couple of other things as reminders to just make sure, right, like so finish packing. So at some point around 4 o'clock I wanna do that. And then the other thing that I wanna just remind myself of, and I'm usually terrible at this, so I need to just write it down, is I need to go to bed early. This has, I think, been part of the struggle, is that I haven't ever, I guess the excitement of traveling always gets me riled up, feeling like I'm gonna forget something or whatever. So the fact that I'm gonna name it and put it down means when it gets to that point in time, I gotta get myself into bed, because there is no reason why I should be not getting a decent amount of sleep because of the fact that I wake up, right? That's, I think, just ridiculous. I'm also gonna take, this is the Create 365, me and my big ideas, go your own way travel. I actually did a walkthrough of this, what feels like a million years ago when I first started my channel. I'll leave it linked up there for you. I also just want to say, you probably noticed by now if you watch my channel regularly and have subscribed, which if you haven't, go ahead and do that, thanks, that there are ads on my videos now, which I am very excited about. I finally got all that I needed to have my channel monetized, which is pretty exciting. Hopefully you don't find them too irritating. I'm not going to overwhelm everyone with the amount of ads on there, just because I think you guys have been so helpful that there's no reason why you need to, you know, I don't want to sort of bog down your watching by having, you know, so many ads through the whole thing. I just added a scenic route sticker there because it's going to be a long trip. So I am flying out of Minneapolis, St. Paul at a really quite hellish hour. But you know what? It gets me to New York super early. So yeah, while it's not ideal to be at the airport so early, the nice part is you get on the plane, you fall asleep, and then you wake up and you're back in New York. So that will be fun, and I will need to coordinate a pickup with my parents or a sibling of mine, since my sister is also home from college by now, I think. So it'd be cool to see her. Let's lay this down. All right. Yeah, so, and then I will also go ahead and add a little airplane sticker, and we'll stick with the green theme like we've done because I'm leaving on a jet plane. And so, to be quite honest with you, I have no idea what this day will unfold. At some point I'm gonna want to take a nap, I think. And then just kind of catch up with my family. So I'm gonna throw one of these little lists down and just kind of, you know, figure out what I want to do. Because I don't have any clue, to be totally honest with you. I just know that one of them is definitely gonna be a nap, because the other thing I should probably do is wrap some of the gifts. I didn't want to wrap them before I flew, just because that I feel like I would mess up all of my stuff. So there you go. Obviously at some point on Sunday, I'm going to need to film some videos. We'll have to figure out how these look while I'm sort of on my New York adventure. I'll be there for just about 10 days, which is great, but also it just, you know, you're out of your element, so hopefully I can figure that out. I want to make sure I can keep bringing you guys content because it's what you're comfortable with and what you're used to. I'm obviously bringing my planner, so we will just need to figure it out. And also, my mom is got herself a planner, so maybe we can get my mom to talk about her experiences with her planner. How fun would that be? And then I will also put down this laptop feller over here, because I'm gonna need to edit. Oh, you know what I should have done? This is not gonna come back up. Oh, all right, it did. Thank goodness. Let me just write down edit so that I have. So that being said, I tried to pre-film some videos for you to have them all scheduled and uploaded and everything, so I can just, they'll go live and you guys won't have to worry about, you know, me having to edit them on the run. I am going to do my best to make sure that I keep doing that. That being said though, it is the holidays and I want to make sure I have time with my family to catch up with them. Let's go ahead and switch over to the sidebar really quickly and then we can wrap this up because I'm loving how this is turning out. Before we do that though, let's check the Plan for Tomorrow Celebrate Today collection and I'll see if I have a sticker in here that I want to add that matches. I like this green one. You are exactly where you need to be. I think that's adorable. Let's see, if I do this. Yeah, so it's gonna be over, like the bottom is gonna be over the sides, but I don't really mind, that's fine. I'm not super picky about those things. I think you've come to figure that out about me. I am going to throw down the this week, and that will hopefully take up some of the extra space. There you go. I am still not a sticker master, and I do this stuff all the time. So the first thing that we usually do, right, is we do a no spend. Again, it's the holidays, I'm gonna use this green here. I'm hoping that I can stay true and try to minimize some of the damage from a fiscal standpoint, all the while making sure that I can get what I need done. I'm also gonna take this habit tracker and write workout in here. You've seen me use these before. I think these sampler kits are super helpful and all in one color. It gives you that coordinated touch without having to have a really intensive kit or anything like that. And plus, with all the leftovers that I have on here, you can get a ton more mileage out of that. So, other than that though, I am going to throw down, holy, this guy is stuck. There we go. I am going to throw down one of these and just write total spending. I'm trying to be more fiscally minded. So yeah, I will write those in as the week goes on. I also don't think I have any large bills due for this week, which is nice. The only other thing that I want to do is remember to, and I'm going to use this arrow here. Yeah, so I need to pack all of my planner goodies. It's funny, you don't realize how much stuff you actually have until you realize you need to travel 1,200 miles with it in order to use it. So, and then I will leave this space here for any other to-dos or things that I need to as I go. Let's go ahead and just take a quick look. Yeah, I love how this turned out. No real kit here for me, but I hope you guys enjoyed this all green spread. I know last week was a similar different color one, and then we did an orange one a while ago, but I'm loving how these look. I really hope that you're enjoying your holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I feel like this time of year is so fun, and there's so many opportunities to really kick back and relax with your family and friends and enjoy them, and I hope that's exactly what you're doing. I make new videos every Monday and every Thursday. There we go. But I also throw a smattering in there throughout the week. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I want to know, what is the one thing that you are looking forward to in the new year? What's the one thing you're going to try to work on? For me, it's going to be more consistent on YouTube, as well as really trying to be more intentional with my goals, which we will do a whole separate video on. So I hope your week is going to work out fantastically, and until next time, planner friends, bye.